Welcome to Elected Officials for Dummies. So you want to become an elected official for your local government? Well, you've come to the right place. With the help of my team, Ian, Trisha, Kevin, and I, will guide you through everything you'll need to know on your path towards becoming an elected official. But why should you even bother becoming an elected official? Beyond the fame and glory, it's an opportunity to meaningfully give back to your community. It's your chance to be actively involved in addressing and making decisions on local issues and leading change in your community.
So, what steps should be taken so you can get that coveted seat on your local government's board or council? There's a lot, but I'll explain them. First, you must be a Canadian who is 18 or over, who isn't in jail, or who has done anything prior to disqualify you as a candidate. You also can't be an active employee of the local government. You know, the obvious stuff. Second, you have to receive at least two eligible electors' nominations from your area in which you're seeking election. Sometimes this number can be higher depending on your local government's bylaws. Nomination packages will need to be submitted to the local government's chief election officer prior to the end of the nomination period. They may even be required to pay a deposit. Third, you'll need to appoint a financial agent, open a campaign bank account, and complete a statement of financial disclosure. If elected, you'll need to file this annually between January 1st and 15th each year, and another one the month after you are no longer an elected official. Fourth, the exciting part, campaigning. We've all seen them, but now is your chance to have your name and face plastered across billboards for the world to see. This can be done by public appearance, radio, the internet and social media, brochures, signs, mail, bumper stickers, pins, you name it. Just don't transmit any advertising on election day or anywhere within 100 meters of a voting place. You can also get a list of registered voters in your area and pay them a visit in person. Campaigning begins 28 days prior to the general voting day, so you have time to make sure your poster smile is just perfect. Then comes the big day, voting day. Make sure you don't forget to vote on this day, and yes, you are allowed to vote for yourself. You can appoint one scrutineer in writing per voting place to observe the vote count. Once you've cast your advertisement-free vote, you should leave the voting place. So let's assume you're successful. Congratulations! You'll attend an inauguration where you'll be officially sworn in. After that, you'll take part in various committees over your 4-year term and attend many important meetings and make vital decisions about your community.
So, you're a new member of council. What does that mean exactly? Well, it's a few things. Council is the governing body of the municipality, and as a member, your main responsibility is to consider the well being and interests of its citizens. With this in mind, you're going to create strategy, make decisions on policy, set service and tax levels, appoint official officers, and do your best to manage risks. With information provided by citizens and staff, you'll pass bylaws and direct the preparation, amendment, and adoption of the financial plan. You'll also oversee and direct your government's chief administrative officer as to where resources, people, and money are going to be focused. Within your role, it's important to note that a single member of council does not have the power to bind the municipality in any way, or, well, with the exception of the powers of the mayor, direct either its employees or its affairs. However, council as a whole, as opposed to the individual members of council, have the full authority to commit the municipality to action, give direction to members of staff through the CAO, and expend civic funds. Holding local government office represents a significant time commitment. Councils usually hold one meeting every week or two, and unless it's the result of illness or injury, if you're absent for 4 consecutive regular scheduled meetings or for a period of 60 days or greater, you're going to be disqualified from holding office. It's also important to note that most councillors may also sit on special committees, boards, or commissions. These all require additional meetings and time commitment. Ugh, that's heavy. And it sounds like a full time job. But don't worry, you're going to have a lot of support from staff. Kevin's going to tell you about that next.
So, what is the role of staff in supporting you as an elected official? A dynamic relationship between you, The elected official and staff is extremely important. It is a relationship based on mutual respect and clear communication. Sometimes the value of this relationship can be underestimated or overlooked by newly elected politicians. If you are a mayor or board chair, you will have a close relationship with the CAO and must rely on the senior management for their knowledge, experience, and leadership. Officers of a municipality can sometimes act as an advisor to the mayor or board chair. The transaction of information between all parties of local government is essential. If the right information doesn't flow efficiently, this may result in confusion, unnecessary staff labor, misappropriated finances, poor project planning, and misinformation to the public. When you attend a council or board meeting, agenda items are delegated to staff for action. At no point should you personally direct a staff member for your own purposes. The direction of staff should only be made as a motion and voted on in a meeting with quorum. The information the staff provides should be used by the elected official or the elected body to make these decisions. You should not intervene or involve yourself in meetings regarding information gathering between staff and consultants. This form of micromanagement can create confusion and potential conflict of interest. Similar to the public, you can submit a Freedom of Information application to personally request any information. The decisions you make as an elected body can have a drastic effect on how your municipality or regional district operates. A change of a policy, or a budgetary cut, or a legacy project can alter how senior management coordinates staffing levels and asset management plans. Just remember, a small policy change can affect many staff within an organization.
So let's wrap this up, since I know you're probably becoming an elected official because you like to do the talking more than the listening. So here's a quick recap on what we've covered. If you're successfully elected, you'll provide vision and direction for your municipality with guiding documents such as the official community plan and the strategic plan. Citizens will count on you to do your part in deliberating and decision making on local issues and initiatives. You'll have the support of staff to provide research and recommendations, but ultimately, it's council's decision. So, yeah, becoming an elected official is a big deal, and it can be a lot of work, but it's an opportunity to make a big impact on your community. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for tuning in. And that's a wrap, you dummies.